Hey, this is Gary from 3Bug Media, and today we're going to talk about 6 reasons why most advertising campaigns fail. Now, if you're a small business owner, you probably have a rocky relationship with advertising. Most small businesses that we speak to, have tried a lot of different things, have gotten poor results from probably all of them, and now they're kind of jaded when it comes to advertising. Okay, so today we're going to talk about a lot of the main reasons why most advertising campaigns fail, and hopefully you can pull some insights from this and improve your campaigns next time you do some advertising. Okay, the very first thing you want to make sure is your targeting's on. Okay, and if you're targeting the wrong person, the wrong audience, or you didn't really spend any time figuring out who you want to target, most of this stuff doesn't matter because your ad campaign's probably going to fail anyway. You need to be very specific on who you advertise with. Okay, most campaigns are too general, they're unfocused, or the timing's poor. They haven't put a lot of thought into the campaign. If you're a small business, you should know exactly who your audience is, and probably you may have a couple different audiences, maybe retirees, parents of young children, singles, things like that. And you can categorize those. And when you're doing your advertising, if you can, especially with online advertising, you should be focusing on one audience at a time. So you should be running an ad campaign for seniors, a different campaign for parents with kids, and a different campaign for singles, because all of them want different things. They have different needs for what you have to offer, and they're going to respond to different types of messaging and imagery, things like that. So you want to figure out who your target is, and you want to try to segment them and then target that specific group. Okay, if you're something like a pizzeria, then you can do mass general advertising because everybody loves pizza. But if you have something specific to offer, you want to make sure that you have more focused targeting. At the very least, you know exactly who your target audience is and what type of messaging they're going to respond to with your ad. The next one up is channels. Now, picking the wrong marketing channels, that's very common, and small business owners are super busy. They don't have a ton of time to do a lot of research, and they may not have the expertise to do it. So a lot of times they're reactive when it comes to their advertising. So somebody comes into their store, a salesman, they sell them on some kind of directory or some kind of book or some kind of newspaper ad or something like that. And it sounds good, it's a good sales pitch. They decide to, pay $500 and do it. Nothing happens, they get annoyed and, they move on to something else. And this happens a lot with small business owners. They're very reactive when it comes to that. And probably the worst thing you can do is let some salesman tell you what type of marketing channel is going to work for your business, because they're selling you the marketing channel that they're trying to sell, not the one that's going to work for your business. Okay, so if you're something like, say, a plumber or a locksmith, where people don't really care about you unless they have a problem, they lock their keys in the car, they break a key in their lock, or the toilet's overflowing, then all of a sudden you become the most important person in the world. Google AdWords is a great platform for that, because you only show your ads to those people who identify themselves as needing your business, and you don't waste your money on there. If it's something where you're targeting retirees and you only want to target a specific kind of retiree, maybe a certain income level, Facebook ads is a great place to go, because you can identify those people on Facebook and you can run your ads on there to identify them. So make sure you understand who your audience is, and that'll help you decide on where you can go find those people, whether it's online or print. The next one up is budget. So a lot of businesses, they fail with their advertising because they're not competitive with their budget and their reach is too small. So you probably see, like, if you're doing a newspaper ad, never do a one-off newspaper ad or a direct mail campaign, because one's a waste of time. They only work when you do it over a sustained period of time and you get to test and do research, and you get to make changes to your offer, and you really start to see, well, is it the platform itself or is it just my offer or something like that? You need enough budget to actually get enough data back so you can evaluate to see if this campaign actually worked or not. Most small businesses, they'll do a one-off newspaper ad, they'll dump $500 in there, it doesn't work. Somebody will sell them a radio ad, they'll spend $1,500 on that, it doesn't work. They'll try Google AdWords, they'll spend $500 in a month, nothing happens, it doesn't work. And all of a sudden they hate advertising, they think it doesn't work, and they're very jaded. And that's more common than not when it comes to small business owners. But if you're going to do some advertising, spend enough time to understand if it's the right thing for you, what you're targeting in your channels, things like that. And then once you decide, commit to it. Say, you know what, we're going to do 6 months of the newspaper ad to see if it works. Or we're going to do, 6 weeks of radio ads. Or we're going to do Google AdWords for 3 months, and we're going to dedicate, $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month, because that's what it's going to take to get enough data back to see if it actually works. So make sure that your budget, you're not nickel and diming yourself to death. You put enough budget towards something so you actually know if it works or not. Next up is landing page. Now, if you're running an online ad campaign like Facebook ad or Google AdWords, something like that, you're probably sending somebody to a specific page on your site, a landing page. Hopefully it's dedicated to that ad and has the same message on there. But even if you're doing like a print ad, you still have a landing page, because people are going to go, the majority of people are going to go to your website. They're going to do some online research before they ever call you. They're going to look at customer reviews. They're going to look through your website and see what you have to offer. So if you have a poorly converting website and provides a bad experience or a poor experience for consumers, don't expect much to happen with your ad campaign. It's like having your landing page is kind of like your storefront. So, if you ran an ad and told people to come down to your store and they came in, it stinks in there, it's dirty, stuff's all over the place, it's disheveled, people can't find anything, they're going to leave and they're never going to come back. And on top of that, they're going to tell people never go into that place ever again. Same thing with your landing page. Think of it like that. You want to provide a good experience for them. Even if they don't end up buying from you, you want to provide them the best experience you can on there, because they may come back to you one day or they may refer you to somebody else, okay? The next one up is your offer, and your offer probably should be at the top, because this one is probably your make or break on there. Having a poor offer or a non-existing offer in your ad campaign is a surefire way to get zero results with your campaign, okay? And just putting your phone number and saying call now isn't an offer, or offering a free estimate or a free quote. If that is the industry standard, everybody offers that, that is not an offer as well. An offer is something that makes you stand out from your competitors, and it gets people to take action. So say if you're a contractor and everybody offers a free quote, you might consider offering a 25-point energy efficient report that's free with their estimate. It's a $300 value. With that, that's something your competitors don't offer, and it gives you that competitive advantage, and it's something that stands out in your ad. If you put a time limit on it too, it's only good for 30 days or 2 weeks, something like that, that'll spur people to take action. So you always want to test your offers, because your offer is usually the trigger for people to actually take action or not take action on your ad. And I get this a lot from small business owners, and we talk about offers, things like that, and sometimes I get, well, I've never had to offer a discount in 30 years, and I'm all referrals and blah, blah, blah. Well, if that's the case, good luck. Don't do advertising, because the people you're targeting with advertising don't know you from a hole in the wall. They're very skeptical. They're evaluating you. So if you have nothing to offer them, then don't do any advertising. Stick with your referrals on there. That's not the way advertising works, okay? Advertising is when you're trying to reach a new audience, okay? And with that said, an offer doesn't mean a discount. If you're a pizzeria and you're in food, coupons work great to drive people to your store, but you can do value ads, just like my example with construction, with contracting company. Offer an extra layer of value on top of your free estimate, energy efficient or something like that. Doesn't cost you any money, just a few minutes of your time, but it has a high perceived value for your customers. So think of a lot of different offers, and you'll always want to test your offers and see which ones resonate with your customers. And lastly is tracking. Sadly, the majority of small businesses do not track any of their ad campaigns, which is probably the main reason why they never improve and why they never become really profitable for their business. It all starts with being able to tracking. So if you're not tracking, you can't improve your campaigns. As simple as that. Very rarely, almost never, are you going to hit a grand slam right off the bat with your ad campaign, okay? You only get better at advertising and marketing in general if you continually analyze and improve your campaigns over time. Those incremental improvements will eventually turn into highly profitable, very efficient ad campaigns for your business. So start tracking. You need to start tracking your metrics. You need to know how much you're spending, how many leads it's generating, how many sales it's generating, what are the values of those sales, and then you can evaluate those numbers against your other advertising campaigns and other marketing channels and see if it makes sense for your business or see how you can improve those numbers, okay? So in closing, this is most small businesses. They put little thought into their advertising and they spend a lot of money and they get a failed campaign. So you want to do the opposite. You want to spend a lot of time, put a lot of thought into how you're going to run your advertising campaigns. And then especially if you're doing online advertising, you want to ease into it. You don't need to throw your whole budget into it right off the bat. You can ease into it as you're testing, seeing what's working, what's not, what people are responding to, what headlines work, what offers work. And then over time, you can start to ramp up your budget as you get better with your ad campaign. So you should be doing the exact opposite of what most small business owners do. Okay? So I hope this shed a little light on why advertising fails for most small businesses, but really it's not the advertising, it's the execution. That's the issue here, okay? So if you have any questions, you can go to 3bugmedia.com and you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel below. Thank you very much and have a good day.